Dear students, so today we are going to learn the poem If, and the poem If is written by the poet Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling was born in 1865 and died in 1936. Rudyard Kipling was an English journalist, short story writer, poet, and novelist. Kipling was one of the most popular writers in the United Kingdom, in both prose and verse. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1907 at the age of 42. He was the first writer writing in English to receive the prize. This poem deals with advice given by the father to his son. So this was a brief introduction about the poet Rudyard Kipling. Okay. Now we come to know here is, in this poem, a father gives some valuable pieces of advice to his son to become an ideal human being. The father is putting certain conditions before him if he wants to be a perfect human being. The father wanted his son to be a perfect human being, and for that he puts certain conditions before his son. Okay, so this is the theme of the poem. So first of all, let's read and understand the first stanza. The first stanza here is, so pay attention to the first stanza. Open page number 87. So keep the book open before you and look into page number 87, into the first stanza. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. Here the important words and phrases are given in bold type, and in the margin the meaning of the important phrases are given, meanings are given. Okay, so to keep one's head means not to get angry or to be quiet and calm. Did you get it? So we should keep our head, that means we should be calm and quiet. We should not be angry. That is keeping our head. And the opposite of this phrase is losing head. So one should not lose head. Means we should not lose head means we should not be angry. We should be calm and quiet. Okay. Another phrase is make allowance for. Make allowance for means consider what others also have to say about something. Means take into consideration, take everything into your consideration, think about that. Means make allowance for. Okay, so now let's understand the first stanza. Okay, so in this first stanza, the father is putting one condition or two or more conditions before his son. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, this means in our life we have to face many ups and downs. Sometimes people around you get disturbed or they get angry and blame you. But at such times, you should keep your head calm and quiet. If you can do this, you will be a good and perfect human being. Okay. So, this is the meaning of the first two lines. The second two lines. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. This means when the other people have doubts about your capabilities, then you must trust yourself. You must have self-confidence. You must believe in yourself. But at the same time, you should consider their views and opinions also. You should think, you should ponder over that. You should ponder over that also. Okay. Now the next two lines. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, you don't deal in lies. Here, it should be noted that sometimes we have to wait to get expected results. At such time, keep quiet, keep waiting, don't be tired of waiting. Have patience. Good things take time. Okay. And sometimes people around you spread lies about you. But you should not do so. Don't deal in lies. Don't speak lies about the people around you. Okay. Similarly, people around you hate you sometimes. The next two lines. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise. In the same way, people around you sometimes hate you at many times. But in this situation also, you show your maturity by not doing the same thing, by not hating them. Don't hate anyone, even if they hate you. It's a very hard thing to do, but you should do this. Okay. So, to be an ideal human being, to be a good human being, to be a perfect human being, you will have to do all these things. But in spite of doing all this, don't show off your knowledge. Don't show that you are perfect. Okay. So it requires humility. It requires patience. A lot of patience. Okay. So, did you get the meaning of the first stanza? Okay. Now, let's read the second stanza. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by news to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you give your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. So here also in this stanza also, the important words are given in bold type. So which are the important words? Triumph. Triumph is written in bold. And it means, the meaning is given in the margin. Look at the meaning in the margin. Triumph means victory. Another important word here, impostor. What is the meaning of impostor? Look at the meaning in the margin. Impostor means one who deceives others by pretending to be someone else. And another phrase, twisted by news. News means the dishonest people. Dishonest people. Twist. Twist means change according to their opinion, according to their view. Okay. So these are the important words and phrases, and their meanings are given in the margin. So first, understand the meaning of them. Okay. Now let's understand this second stanza also. Let's look into the meaning of the second stanza. Now, first two lines. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim. This means, everyone should dream. Everyone has the right to dream. But don't be the slave of your dream. You can think about your dream and future. You can think about anything. But don't make only thinking your sole aim. Only thinking is not your sole aim. So there should be action. Mere thinking is not your aim. Give emphasis on your action. Think and act accordingly. Then only you will get the expected result. Okay? So don't make dreams your master. The next two lines. If you can meet with triumph and disaster. You know the meaning of triumph now. Triumph means victory and disaster means calamity, danger or defeat. Okay. So these are the next two lines. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those impostors just the same. That means in our life we have to face triumph and disaster. That means victories and defeats. Both victories and defeats are impostors. Impostor means here those who deceive or cheats others by pretending to be someone else. So you should treat both triumph and disaster with equality. Treat them in the same way. Either triumph or disaster. Treat them in the same way. Treat them with equality. So many times, the next four lines here, in the next two lines, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by a noose to make a trap for fools. The meaning here is, many times it so happens that noose means dishonest people change your truth, change the truth spoken by you to make a trap for the foolish people. So what should be your response in this situation? So at such times you should have patience. Don't be disappointed. Don't be sad. Have patience. Okay. And again, many times you may have to face difficulties and obstacles. All your efforts that you put in developing something will go in waste. So be prepared and don't be disappointed if such thing happens to you. But still, in this situation also, you should have patience. Don't be downcast. Keep it going with whatever things you have in your hand. Okay, the show must go on. Overcome the obstacles, overcome the difficulties, and you should keep it going. So this is the meaning of the second stanza. Did you get it? Okay. Now let's read the third stanza. Look into the third stanza and pay attention to that. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. So this is the third stanza. So dear students, our life is a mixture of good and bad experiences. In our life we meet rich and poor people. So while dealing with the common people, show your goodness, show your morality. Don't underestimate them. Don't underestimate the common people. And at the same time, walk with the kings means walk with the privileged people. When you have relations with the rich and privileged people. So at the same time, while dealing with the rich and the privileged people, don't lose your interaction with the common people. Don't lose your relationship with the common people around you. Don't forget them when you walk with the kings. Okay, walk with the kings means when you have good relations with the rich and the privileged people, don't forget the common people. Okay, so this is the message here from the poet. Be in touch with them, be in touch with the poor and common people. Okay, so you should develop a balancing behavior about your friends as well as foes. So treat your friends and foes, treat your friends and enemies in the same way. Treat them with equality. Okay. So you should treat both of them in the same way. And the last but not the least, the last message is you have to give justice to each and every second in each and every second, in every minute in your life. Give justice to every second. Give justice to every minute. And how to give justice? Utilize every second, utilize every minute in your life to make the best of it. Give your 100%. Don't waste your time at any cost, because it is very precious. And these seconds and these minutes make our life. Okay, so be truthful, be honest, be sincere, and utilize every second, utilize every minute in your life. And what will happen after that? If you can do all these things, you will be the master of this universe and everything in it. Okay. The condition is that you should follow all these things. You should obey all these things. Then only you will be the master of the earth and everything in it. And moreover, my son, you will be the good and perfect human being. Okay. So, through this poem, the poet has conveyed a great message to the young readers like you. So these are the pieces of advice from a father to his son. And indirectly, it is for each one of us. So, we learn a lot from this poem on how to behave in different situations in our life. Okay, so this is a very important poem, not only for the exam but also for the whole life. Okay, so as usual, the activities in the English workshop is the homework for you. You have to solve all these activities in your notebook. Okay, so here we have completed this poem. Did you get it? Okay, if you have any difficulty regarding this poem, you can always contact me. Okay, thank you and